Good day, viewers. Welcome once again to yet another session of Crown System presentation. On the last session, we started the training on Crown Enrollment module. So on this session, we will continue from where we stopped the last time. By the way, my name is Vincent. So we'll go to our browser, open our browser, put in the URL address, in this case, the demo environment. Put in our username, password, and then log in. Click on Crown Enrollment. Either we go from Go or we come to this part of the system and click on Crown Enrollment. Crown Enrollment static data. On the last session, we were able to treat from Crown enlisting up to the employee biodata. So having captured this information in the system, we move to classes and subject mapping. We click on update to see the subject that to see the classes that subject have been associated to. Now, what classes and subject mapping does is that here you associate subjects to classes. You know, in the subject enlisting, we enlisted the subject, all the subjects that are being offered in the school. So in the classes and subject mapping, what we do is that we specify the subject that are being offered in each of the classes. So if you look at here, you will see class code, class name. If you click on view, you will see subjects that are associated to this particular class, JSS1A. You will see accounting is there as a subject mapped. Subject name is accounting. You can see the outline of the subjects. In this case, the scheme of work or the syllable for this particular class, for this particular subject, or the course outline. The person that created it, the date created, the person that updated it, the date updated. So we go down, we click on back. Likewise, you can edit it. So for you to edit it, let's start with editing. If the subject has changed from accounting to any other subject, you can come here and click, choose the particular subject. It will replace accounting here. Likewise, all these other subjects that are mapped here. So after you want to remove a subject, maybe basic tech 01, they no longer offer it in this particular class. So you can click on remove to remove it. It will just go off. Then after you must have finished what you are doing, you click on update to update the entry. So we click on back. We go to classes. Either we go to classes and subject mapping, create, or we use the new record option. In this case, I click on new record. Now I see class code. Which class do I want to map subjects to? I choose the class from here. Maybe I say JSS2E. I click on it. I click on select. What subject do I want to map? I click on here to select the subject. Now, this is the subject and listing table. From here, I can choose either if they are not, the subject I want to select is not here, I can click on next to move to the next page, or I can use the search to search for that particular subject. In this case, let me map chemistry. I click on chemistry, I click on select. I come here, backspace what is there. Then I put in the outline for this particular subject for GSS2. Maybe, let me say separation technique. All right, comma. That is how I will fill in everything that is here, maybe here organic chemistry. Comma, until I'm done with filling the course outline. Or in case I don't have the course outline available, I can leave it blank, or I can say available on request. So having associated this only one subject to this particular class, JSS2E, I'll click on add to add another subject to it. I click on add, it opens another tab. I select the subject, push the outline here. I'm done with that. I still click on add to open another option where I can choose the subject. That is how I will keep on clicking on add until I'm through with all the subjects that needs to be that this class offers. So after I must have done that, I come down, I click on create, which means I'm done with this. Then it will bring out a fresh page where I can put another subject and classes to it. Or I click on create and finish to go back to the class and subject list. All right, so having done that, I click on back. Now, that is how to associate subjects to classes in Crown system. Now, I have here, after the classes and subject mapping, I have employee and resource mapping. Employee and resource mapping, here you specify the subjects your teachers take in each of the classes. You specify all the subjects that a teacher takes and the classes they take those subjects. So if you click on update to view the ones that are already in the system, like for this employee, Bell Philip with employer ID 10013, if I click on view, you will see that for JSS1B, this employee, Bell Philip, teaches French in JSS1B. For first term, this is the current year. This is the person that made this entry, the date he made the entry, the person that edited the entry, the date and time he edited it. So here you can see this person in JSS1D, he teaches French also. He takes French in all these classes. JSS1A, JSS2C, JSS2E, and all the classes that are here. This particular Bell Phillips takes this subject. Okay, let's view. I want to see the one that has different subjects that he teaches or she teaches in different classes. So I click on view. This particular employee teaches one subject in all the classes. So let's go back. I click on back. You can as well edit it. Can edit, maybe it's no longer teaching JSS2, JSS1D. You come here, you remove it. Or there's another class is now teaching, you can replace any of the classes, replace any of the subjects, and click on update to update this entry. So we click on back. Let's see if we can create for another employee. So we come here, click on new record, or we'll go to employee and resource mapping and click on create. You choose the employee ID. Let's go to the last. All right, let's see this employee 140. Okay, we click on it, we select, we click mark class assigned. Let's say, let me see, still see the last. All right, let me see year one. Select which subject does he teach in year one. Let me say, okay, basic technology, I select it. Okay, I click on add. which other class does he handle? I go to last, SS3C, all right. I select which subject does he teach in SS3C, choose accounting. I add, I select the class, the SS3E, select the class, select the subject, visual arts. All right, I'm done. He takes only 3 classes and he teaches different subjects in this school. So I'm done with that. I will click on create and finish. All right, the subject with code accounting for class SS3C is already allotted for another employee. Please remap this assignment. So for SS3C accounting, he has another teacher taking accounting in SS3C. So there cannot be 2 teachers taking one subject in that class. So I'll have to remap it. Click on last. Let me see. I want to select, let's say speech. Okay. I've changed that. Click on create and finish. All right. The entry is correct. So the system creates is employee resource mapping created for employee ID 140. All right. Let's view for that particular employee. I go to search because I'm not going to be looking for it one after the other. I type 140. All right. 140. Oh, that is I-40. You can see now, it just brought out the particular employee for me. If I click, that's I-40. I made a mistake initially and put 140. I-40. So I click on view for him. You can see in year 1, this particular employee teaches basic tech for term 1. This is the year. This year is the year that is in the system. That's why it is, you are seeing 2017 here. If the current year, if you set it up in the system to be whichever year, that is what will be shown here. So you can see he teaches in SS3C speech and in SS3E visual art. So that is how to create entries in employee and resource mapping. Now we move over to student house. The next option we have here is student house. So we go to update to see. You can see here O1 green house, yellow house, blue house, white house, brown house. So if your school, like for inter-house sports, you have houses that you allocate students to, so you create them here. Or if you have lodges in your school or boarding school, is a boarding school, the boarding houses, you can create them here, so that once you are enrolling a student, if the student is boarding, you can choose from the list of boarding houses that you've already created in the system. So you can see it, you can view, you can edit, you can delete. If you want to create, you use the new record, or you go here to student house and click on create. So how many entries do we require? We have student house code, where you put in the code, then the house. Let's say the code, let's say H arrow 1 for the code. Then we can come here and say maybe let's say Holy Lodge. So we can make this entry. If you click on create, the system has created it, still opens up for me to make another entry in the system. If that, I used create for this, so I don't want to create another one. I just want to show you what happens when you use this create. I've been using create and finish. All right, so that is how to create entries here. So you can still go back and view. You can come here and view. Let's see the entry we just made. You can see the last one here is the entry we just made. All right, let me delete. Let me use the delete option. If I click on delete, it brings out a confirmation box. I click on yes. All right, successfully deleted schoolhouse with key HR11. So the entry we made, we successfully deleted it from the system. All right, the next option here is students biodata. This is where you register your students in the school. You can see student biodata. Let's go to create. Let's create a student. You can see the information that you capture when enlisting a student. You have student basic details, you have the class details of the student, you have address of the student, you have sponsor details, you have parent details, you have previous school details. So let's look at the options one after the other. Here, the last admission number that you use in the school, the system will display it here. If you are enrolling a new student, we display it here. The last admission number used in the school. So the next one, the system will allocate it to the student. Now, if you go to administration, you will know that you set up your administration format, your admission number format in the administration module. So that is what the system will pick from and fix in this admission number. So you don't have to start putting admission number again. So here is the student's surname, which is a mandatory field. You fill in the surname here, fill in the first name. All these fields here, they are mandatory except reference. So you need to feed them out one after the other. You feed the date of birth, put in the student's email address, other name, you have sex here, you have religion, you have date of birth of the student, then you have the reference. Here, how schoolhouse is not compulsory. So if the student doesn't have a house, you can leave this one blank. It's not a mandatory field. Or if he's not living in a lodge, you leave it blank. So marital status, you choose, put in the student's telephone number, which is optional. Then choose the student's photograph. Method admission, is it regular or is the student on transfer? So after you must have done that, either you click on next to go to class details or you click on class details itself. Class details, the entry session, the session the student entered your school, the class the student entered your school, that's the entry class. You click on this binocular, it goes to the class list table where you can choose from. Then the annex to, you see it here, you click on here, go to the annex list table where you can choose from. Entry term, you click on here, you go and choose the term, class 2, and the status of the student in the school. So all this, let's see class. Once you click on that binocular, it brings the class list. You click on next, next, next till you get to the last, or you search. Or you search the class, select it, click on select, then it appears here. Likewise, reason. Let me click on reason, the binocular beside the reason, so you can see current, graduated, transfer. So if the student is current, you choose this one, click on select. Now the student is currently in the school. If you still want to go back, you can use this option. The address, the home address 1, compulsory. Home address 2, these ones are optional. Then from here, you choose the country. From here, you choose the state of origin of the student. So you fill out this information, then you move to sponsor. You put the sponsor's name. If you have the sponsor's telephone number, email address, you put them as well for record purposes. You click on next, you go to parents details. You fill in the parents' name, mother, if you have them, this is the father's name, father's contact, father's profession, and father's email address, which is a compulsory field. Mother's name, mother's contact, mother's profession, mother's email address. If you have this information, you feed them out for record purposes. Then you go to previous school, then you put in the previous school name, put the reason for leaving from that school, reason of leaving that school. If the person was transferred from the school, you put transfer. If he was dismissed, you put dismissed. If he was suspended, all those kind of things. Then you can choose the options from here. So other information that you need to get, maybe the student is not doing well in English language or in any of the subjects, you capture that information here so that the teacher of that particular student will know where to gather his or her bet. So after which you've captured all this information, you click on create to create this entry and still return to this page, or click on create and finish to create the entry, and it takes you to the list of students in the school. Now let's see the one that has already been created in the system. Let's view for this particular, let's see this first, Brown Jane. So if you click view for him, okay, that should be all right, it's a male. Look at the profile picture here. So these are the information that was captured for this particular student. So you can see all the informations, they are here. All right, they are there. Who enrolled the student? Then from here, you can print this information. You can click on print. If your printer is installed in your computer system, you can print this information. All right, so that is it for the end of enrollment static data. Now we move to enrollment transaction. Like I said, here you capture information that you're not normally subject to change. All right, enrollment transaction data, you have enrollment data entry. This is where you now, after capturing all those information in static data, now in the enrollment transaction data, enrollment data entry, this is where now you say, okay, a particular student, look at the subjects the student offers. So if you click on update here, you will see that all the students, all right, let's view for Brown Jane, the subject that Brown Jane offers in the school. So you see first name Brown, surname Jane. All right, these are the subjects the student offers in the school. These are the subject the student offers. So we click on back. This entry has not been edited. That's why you are not seeing any things here. So you click on back. You can still edit it. You go to edit. You can add or remove. You either remove, you add. So what do you need to do? You choose the subject, choose the term, choose the current year, and the start time date. This one, the system will bring it up automatically. So all this one, the system will still bring it up automatically. So what you need to do is just fix the subject, fix the term, click on update, then you move over. All right, how do we create this? You come to create, you choose the particular student you want to create for. If the student has, yes, the profile, the picture appears, you choose the subject here. The term is already here, but if the term needs to be changed, you change it. The current year, the time start date is already here. You click on add to add for this particular person. All right, until you are done. So maybe you might be wondering, how am I going to be doing this for all the students in the school? Is it not going to take time? Now the system is designed in such a way that it will help you out with that. So all you need to do is come to enrollment auto update. Once you click on this enrollment auto update, remember this one is enrollment transaction. This one is static data. So you go out from enrollment transaction data, come to enrollment auto. You can see student courses registration. When you click on it, it comes here. It shows you that registration was already run. To show you the last day the registration was run. So after that, you can rerun it. You click on proceed. The student, the system will go ahead to associate the subject to student based on the class you registered those students. So every student that are in JSS1, the subject you've already mapped to JSS1, the system will attribute them to the students in SS1. Likewise, SS2. So the ones that are not offered in SS1, any student in SS1 will not get those subjects. So that is what this enrollment auto update does. So let's continue with enrollment transaction. Now you have activation data entry, you have deactivation data entry. Now, first of all, do the deactivation data entry, because without having this record, you cannot do anything in activation. So the activation data entry is maybe you've suspended a student from your school, or you've dismissed a student from, or a student is no longer coming to your school. So instead of leaving the student to be receiving messages from the system, because the system normally sends email address and text messages based on user preference, on attendance, on bills, and when bill payment are being made. So the system automatically sends SMS and messages to parents or sponsors of students. So instead, when a student is no longer in your school, the person will keep on receiving the text messages. You can use this place. Let's click on update to see if there are ones that we are deactivated already. All right, there are only 2 that we are deactivated. All right, so these people now, their record will be in the system, but the system will not process them, as in to promote them to other classes, or to be sending those messages to them. But their record, for record purposes, they will still be in the system. So anytime you can always make reference to them. So the activation data entry, you click on create. You choose the student you want to deactivate. You either type the reg number here or the face name or surname. The system will just automatically take you to that particular student. Reason for the activation, you come here, you click, it takes you to separation code table. Maybe the person is dismissed or is on transfer. You click on transfer. Effective date, the system will affect that the deactivation will be affected in the system. You put the date here. If the student still has bill, that's outstanding payment, you change this to yes. So when you click on create or create and finish, the system will generate final bill for this particular student. And so when this is created, it will go to the list of the students that have been deactivated from school. So maybe for any reason, the student comes back to the school. Now you need to go and reactivate that student. That is the reason for this activation data entry. So once you come here, let's click on update and see if there are students that were okay. There's no record here already. So when you click on create, you want to reactivate students. You know the students that have already been deactivated. So the same process, you select the students you want to deactivate, select the reason you want to activate that student, the date the activation will take effect. If the student has bill, outstanding bill, you generate final bill for that particular. So you click on create and finish. The student will start enjoying the benefits he or she was enjoying before. Now from there, we'll move to enrollment report. Now this is where you view the report across enrollment module. So from here, if you use quick reports, you come here and select the particular report you want to view. Maybe let's say the department table. You click on it, you click on load. All right, you see the table here. You can view whatever reports you want to view. So from here, this is for 2 pages. This is page 1, this is page 2. All right. Now you can search the department using the department code. You can search using the department name. That's the description. You can search using the person that inputted the data, or input time, input dates, and all of that. So you can search using any of these options, and the updater date and time. So you can search using any of these options, or if you know what you want to search for, you can just go here and click on search. Then you can search. So any of them you want to search, all you need to do is just click on them and click on load. The system brings that information for you. So, but that's for quick report. But all these other reports that are here, like let's say students reports. Then from these students reports, from here, student basic details, you can view, you can print, you can save as PDF, you can save as Excel. You can just come here, you want to print student basic details for your school. You click on print, you print them. Student contact details, student guardian details, you can view. Let's click on view on that. All right, this is for student guardian details. You can see class, first name. This is the admission number of that particular student, admission number and class. Class, first name, surname, the name of the person, then the sponsor detail. You can see it here. So any of them you want to view, you click on view and the system brings that information for you. You can print it directly or you can save as PDF to print later or as Excel to print later. Now from here you can view the school population. You click on school population, click on view reports. The system brings the school population for you. JSS 1A, you have this number of male, number of female, number on the row. All right, from here you can view your school population, the total number of students in your school, this information. All right, so that is it for any of these options of the report options you click on. Any of them you click on, like let's say employer and resource mapping, you have the view, you have the print report, you have the save as drive as PDF, you have save as Excel. So that is the end of Crown System Enrollment module. On my next presentation, I will be teaching us on how to use the Crown billing. Thank you once again for being a part of this presentation. So after I must have done whatever I want to do in the system, I go to here. From here, I can log out, I can view my profile. So I will log out now. Thank you once again till I cross your way on the next presentation.